it's called the Dormant Commerce Clause, which means that it facilitates interstate commerce. You cannot seize and detain a package of lawful hemp, even if it's traveling through a state which has carved out their own anti-hemp rules.
Okay, so if I was a state trooper and I pulled somebody over and they had 50 pounds of THCA, hemp, versus marijuana, nobody can tell the difference. Just by sight and smell.
By sight and smell, no.
So have you had any problems with interdiction?
Yeah. We've had interdictions of individual packages. I think some of our vendor shipments have gotten seized as well, but they get released.
So they'll actually take them in and test them?
Yeah, they'll test them and say, okay, this is lawful hemp and it shall not be detained.
Wow. How do you get most of it? And I think you said you buy most of your wholesale product from California, right?
Some of it comes from California and Oregon and North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. I mean, it comes from any state with a robust farming industry.
Okay.
Or hemp farming industry.
He said that should go anywhere. Facts Kellerman.
Orange. The fruit or the color? Nigga, I'm asking a genuine question.
He said the fruit or the question. Come on now. What is he smoking?
Coming up on Cannabis Coast to Coast News with Elena Pinto this week. A federal ban on all hemp products with THC? That's what's on the floor of Congress now as prohibitionists gather momentum towards blowing up the billion-dollar hemp industry that they created with the 2018 Farm Bill.
It means that we're pushing hemp-derived THC products into the underground market further rather than regulating these products, which is what needs to happen.
Plus, North Carolina Governor Josh Stein decides that moving forward with cannabis legalization makes revenue sense for his state while tax dollars fuel political movement. And with more Americans using cannabis now than ever before, it's the silver seniors who are leading this green wave with an over 40% increase in usage from that group. And another California legislative committee votes unanimously to block that controversial tax increase scheduled for July 1st. Plus, Whoopi Goldberg makes a stop at the annual Cannabis Means Business Conference in New York City as the keynote interview with CNBC's Tim Seymour at the Javits Center.
But I'm not here to please everybody. I'm just here to make offerings and say, here are some things that I'm into. Check them out if you want to.
Meanwhile, up the road in Northampton, Massachusetts, it was the third annual Flower Expo, where that popular trade show may have found a permanent home in that progressive city.
We love Northampton. It's just really an incredible new town that we're in, and the venue is great.
All that and international news, plus coast-to-coast cannabis news coverage on Cannabis Coast to Coast News.
What up,
with
Papa?
Elena
Good
Pinto.
to see you.
Next.
How you doing? Appreciate you hitting that like. That's what's popping. See? We got them regulars that come in and know how to do it. Y'all don't make sure y'all hit up Poppin' C's though. Good content over there. Get y'all some networking in.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Cannabis Coast to Coast News,
Lord.
WPCM TV's production of the Fight to End Cannabis Prohibition. I'm Elena Pinto. Here's our weekly plea for you to download our app that is available on Google Play and the App Store. You can just scan the QR code on the screen to connect and then search PCM space TV, and you will get access to the most important cannabis reform stories over the past 4 years. Okay, first up, all eyes continue to be focused on Washington, D.C. and Congress, and now it's the debate on the president's budget bill. A House subcommittee led by prohibitionist Andy Harris, a Republican Maryland congressman. He proposed an amendment to the budget bill that would ban THC-infused products at the federal level. That passed by a 7-5 partisan vote, and that amendment proposal now moves on to the Appropriations Committee before it can advance to the House floor for debate. This amendment basically recreates prohibition of a product that was created by the 2018 Farm Bill and gives hemp a new definition. If this happens, infused beverages, hemp and THCA products that have fueled a billion-dollar unregulated industry will be shut down. The National Cannabis Industry Association, one of the leading lobby groups in our nation's capital for cannabinoid products, they responded with a simple plea. Regulation, yes. Prohibition, no. Here's their executive director, Aaron Smith, with more.
So Aaron, why don't you take the second, please, and tell the people what you said in your release and why this is a very scary development in the reform world.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, we've got the big, beautiful budget bill under consideration on the House side right now, and the subcommittee in the House Appropriations Committee